So let's now turn to improving access to music Braille, and we'll hear from Dr. Sarah Morley Wilkins.
This presentation is about improving access to music Braille, giving an update on the achievements of the DAISY Music Braille project in 2021 and next steps. Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Morley Wilkins, the project manager and user experience consultant for this project. Our project, which runs to the end of 2022, is focused on securing the future of music Braille production in the face of declining expertise and a lack of suitable conversion tools and file format standards. My presentation will describe our activities, the tools we're developing, and our upcoming work. We have several strands of activity working towards this goal: the development of a professional conversion tool for transcribers and of an interactive multimedia music notation and editing tool for blind end users, as well as a mission to influence file format standards and musical publishing practice to be more inclusive for Braille readers, and in maintaining an active international stakeholder group who share and develop information together. This stakeholder group of transcribers, end users, teachers, developers, production managers, and more help to share and develop information together in this niche sector, as well as testing and giving feedback on the developing tools. Good progress continues to be made on all activities across the project. Now I'd like to share with you a little more detail on the development of two tools which will help to get music Braille to end users more efficiently, and then I'll describe what's happening in the other areas of the project and what's coming up next. Firstly, let me tell you about Make Braille, the online professional automated conversion tool for transcribers. Make Braille from DZB Lesen, the German Centre for Accessible Reading, is nearing the end of its 2-year funded development and has had over a year of real-world testing with transcribers from the funding agencies. It has incorporated a huge number of new features in response to our prioritised sector requirements, making it suitable for most countries' music Braille production needs. It takes well-marked up scanned print music files and well-structured music XML files and converts them into music Braille files. So what's new in Make Braille in Q3? Well, further country-specific requirements have been added for different types of layout, different types of music and notation, improved handling of conversions of complex scores, improved recognition from scanned files, and support for pages larger than A4. More customization options, including a conductor's profile, an expert music Braille user profile, and the ability to create and select from individual named user profiles, and options for listing configuration options in the converted music file itself for easy reference. And what's next for Make Braille? We'll be finishing our planned development and fixes by the end of 2021, which include the ability to select parts from the score for conversion, pre-formatting for single-sided, double-sided Braille, and further improvements to music XML guidance and file checking, as well as updated help resources and the implementation of remaining country-specific requirements. When will Make Braille be available? Well, DZB Lesen will release Make Braille with a license agreement in 2022, making it available to agencies and transcribers for music Braille production, and will continue to maintain and develop it for the future. The second tool we're developing is SMB MuseScore, a free interactive tool for end users. Work is also going well in the first 2 years of funded development for these two tools, which will work closely together. Say Oh My Braille from the Say Oh My Centre for the Blind with MuseScore, the free mainstream music notation and editing programme. Together, these tools will give a fully interactive and multimedia music notation and editing tool for creating, reading, and exploring music independently in speech, sound, and Braille. So what's new in SMB MuseScore in Q3? Fundamental music Braille functionality is being steadily added to the SMB converter tool according to our prioritised sector requirements and the music Braille rulebooks, so it can cater for international music Braille standards and country-specific formatting. It is being regularly tested by the development team. MuseScore is adding accessibility improvements and fixes which give better keyboard support and speech access to the notation editor and the score, and better music XML export, so that exported files are more accessible to blind users. So what's next for SMB MuseScore? By the end of 2021, SMB will be releasing a beta test version, which will be available to funders to test and give feedback on. Further functionality will be added by the end of the year, including advanced repetitions, regular and irregular note groupings, music words dictionary, missing rules from MBC Part 2 and 3, custom translation based on instrument type, and a full score translation option. MuseScore will continue adding accessibility fixes and improvements. Beta versions of new functionality are being tested weekly ahead of a release of MuseScore 4 in early 2022, which will include substantial accessibility improvements. When will SMB MuseScore be available? The connected SMB MuseScore functionality will be fully available by the end of 2022, but improvements in both tools will be made in each new release until then. Both tools are free, making them a very good solution for blind musicians in all walks of life. So moving now to an update on our other project activities. In addition to this work on tool development, there are 5 other important ongoing work strands which are helping to secure the future of music Braille production and use. And I want to give you a short update on what else we've been working on and what's coming next. 1. File standards. Having made proposals to W3C for accessibility improvements, we're happy that the latest Music XML release contains some of our recommendations. This means that the Music XML files created by mainstream notation tools can be more accessible to speech and Braille users. We've also recommended improvements for its successor file format, MNX, though a release date for this has not yet been set by W3C. 2. Music Braille Production Network. We're about to trial a new network infrastructure, giving agencies an efficient way to source and commission music Braille scores between each other, making best use of available international expertise. 12 agencies have signed up for the trial and will be searching for music Braille holdings, commissioning, and possibly also producing new transcription orders for each other to test the process. 3. Inclusive music publishing. We would like to work with a music publisher in the final year of the project to help them to create music scores which are born accessible, making it possible for them to generate an accessible master file which can be exported for blind musicians to use. We have developed and trialled guidelines for setting print music, which, when followed, generates suitable master files with accessibility tags built in. These could be very important files for our sector and could mean that blind musicians can have almost instant access to the scores they need using the different tools available. 4. Access to online collections of music Braille. We know that locating existing music Braille scores is a constant frustration for transcribers right now, and we'd like to help improve the search and retrieval of suitable scores from online or library collections. We're currently asking our stakeholder group for their experiences of searching for and/or uploading music Braille scores using online collections or libraries, with a view to us working together with those organisations to harmonise metadata and make the upload and search process more efficient and successful. 5. Promotion of teaching and learning resources. We're also considering how we can best help to signpost and promote existing teaching and learning resources for music Braille, both for users and teachers. We're also asking our stakeholder group to advise us of all valuable resources they know about, with a view to helping to signpost to them and to identify and fill any gaps together during 2022. Now, a few words about project funding. The project has been kindly funded by contributions from within the sector, by agencies and organisations with an interest in music Braille, and we'd like to thank CNIB, Daisy Strategic Development Fund, MTM, NLB, Norwegian Association of the Blind, NOTA, ONTHE, RNIB, SBS and Vision Australia. We have a funding request open right now seeking contributions to the remaining few $1,000s required for the 2022 project costs. So what happens after the project funding? The music Braille tools themselves will be available and maintained by their respective agencies, some free, some with a license agreement. We will leave legacy resources such as improved file standards, reference resources, and stakeholder networks, which will all have helped improve the way in which music Braille is created. We also hope that our activities will inspire ongoing future collaboration in different ways in this niche field. We're also having talks with the World Blind Union and have been invited to contribute proposals for related initiatives they may wish to take forward. For more information or to sign up to our mailing list, you can visit our project page at daisy.org/music-braille or email us at musicbraille@daisy.org. Thanks so much for your time, and I look forward to staying in touch.